Hi, and welcome back. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, my name is David Malamed, and I'm a forensic accountant and fraud investigation expert with about 20 years of experience. One of the things that a lot of you have been emailing me and messaging me about is, what does a typical day look like in the life of a forensic accountant? So I thought what I'd do today is give you kind of a high-level summary of what my day looks like. I, like all of you, start off where I look at my calendar. It's probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. And usually I've got a couple of meetings scheduled and I've got some time set aside for the work that I'm going to do, potentially reports that I'm looking at that need to be QC'd one more time, finalizing. And there's a couple of calls also with some clients. I can start doing my work and it never fails that the phone will ring. And on the other side of the line, for example, yesterday, somebody called letting me know that they were having a contract dispute and that they feel that the seller of this contract was not being honest and open in terms of reporting numbers. I'll go through it with them and I'll ask them, can you please explain to me what success looks like to you? Because everybody who has a loss or fraud wants something different. You know, if you had something stolen from you, if you had your house stolen from you, would you want your house back first, or would you want that person to go to jail? I know I'd want my house back first. And then I'd want the person to go to jail. Or I'd want punitive damages for the amount of time it took me to get my house back. Well, you get the idea. So I usually put out or lay out a menu for what it is that we can achieve or what it is that we can do. We can look at the cash flow of money coming in and money going out. We can look at invoices. We can look at what the contract says, the definitions in the contracts, the interpretations, and how they match up to potentially royalties or levies. And it's always changing. At times, and it's not every day, I get to go and prepare for court. Preparing for court is a whole different beast. It's pretty exciting. I get to review my report, review my supporting documentation, and I get to think about the types of questions that I'm going to be asked first in examination in chief. So where I'm being asked to explain my report, tell you what it's about, tell you what I found, tell you what I did, my recommendations possibly. And then it's the cross-examination. I've got to think of where there are weaknesses in my report. And each report's going to have weaknesses. And something I can tell you, a key thing to know is, if your report has an error in it, it is okay to put your hand up in court and say, Your Honor, I just want to let you know that on page 4, where it says $15,000, it should actually say $17,000. If anything, that actually brings credibility. Now, something they don't tell you in accounting school, whether you go into audit or whether you go into forensics, is part of your day is also doing business development. So you see me do a lot of these videos. And if you haven't seen me do a lot of these videos yet, please don't forget to subscribe below and also give me some likes below. What I do is I do a lot of video promotion, as you can see. I do a lot of lecturing to people in front of them, online webinars. I write articles. And a lot of it is to keep up to make sure that, first of all, people know that you're in the industry. And next, that they don't forget you. Why is that important? Because companies and lawyers do not need forensic accountants every day. But when they do, you really want to be top of mind. So now that my phone calls are taken care of, I start paying attention back to my work. And again, the phone can ring or I can get an email. Now, when the phone rings, usually it's about an hour. It's about an hour of discussing what happened, what success looks like, what it's going to take to get there. And I also get asked, how much does it cost? How much is it going to cost? A lot of the time, what I can tell you is based on my experience, it's going to cost X. We charge on an hourly rate. So whatever it actually is what our clients get billed. But one of the things that is very important to most of my clients is they want a regular update. So a weekly update. And that will be part of my day as well in terms of this is how the file is going, this is what we found so far, this is what we're going to be doing in the following week, and this is how much your budget's at or your fees have been incurred to date. And clients really appreciate that because you don't want to shock them. The rest of my day is spent with my staff, where I'm working on either a live engagement with them or training them on different types of techniques. And then at nighttime, I'm doing a lot of reading in terms of the fraud space, in terms of software that's available, new things that are coming down the pipe to make my life easier, to make my staff life easier, and the day ends. Now, sometimes it doesn't end because at times I will still get emails from clients late at night. And something that I can tell you about forensic accounting is it is on the other side of the line, somebody is feeling very anxious. They're not sleeping well. They're dealing with stress because somebody has potentially stolen a lot of money, somebody or some company or a group of people or employees, and they're not sleeping. So what I try to do is I try to get a response to all of my clients, even up until I go to bed. My phone is usually in my hand, and I'm either texting my clients, sending them an email, sending them an update, letting them know what it is that I'll be doing tomorrow and the next day. So that's really just a snapshot of what I do. If you want to hear more about the cases that I've worked on, if you want to hear more about me, about different topics on fraud, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. As well, please visit my website, uncoverfraud.com. Hopefully this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again. God bless.